Sorry about that, guys. I had to move room because um, someone told me. So I'm doing it in my I'm doing it in my room tonight. Yeah. Right. Let's go back to the scores. So the latest scores: Manchester City 1, FC Basel 1. And it's now Man City 5, Basel 1 on aggregate. They're in the 70th minute right now. Still no goals in Tottenham against Juventus, or Kilmarnock against St Johnstone, or Leeds United against Wolverhampton Wanderers, but there has been a goal in my Champions League, and it has gone to Arsenal. Diego Costa has scored. So it's Dundalk 0, Arsenal 1, and 4-1 on aggregate. So there we go. Still 0-0 between Birmingham and Doncaster Rovers in my Championship, and it's still 0-0 between Morecambe and Leeds Town and Barnet and Basingstoke Town in my League 2. So yeah, if any of you guys would like to send a comment or drop a like, if you're watching right now, that's good. If you're not, don't worry, because this will be on after the show is finished. So yeah, Saturday, as I was saying, gonna have a full show. Gonna have Premier League. Gonna have the Championship, League One, League Two, Scottish Premiership. We'll also have the National Leagues. We'll have the National League Premier, the National League North, and the National League South. That's what we're gonna have on Saturday. And in my football, we're gonna have my Premier League, my Championship, my League One, my League Two, and my Scottish Premiership as well. So that's what's coming up on Saturday, and I'm also going to have my football stand on Saturday evening, because then I can have my cousin Brian House on it, and hopefully I'll have Darryl Johnson, the Middlesbrough manager, because Middlesbrough are taking on Leyton Orient on Saturday, and that's at home at the Riverside Stadium. So yeah, gonna so yeah. If you have any comments right now, please send them. That'd be appreciated. And then I'll get back to you guys. There has been a goal in my Championship, and it has gone to Doncaster Rovers. A win tonight for Doncaster will see them remain second in the table. It's 1-0. Another goal in my Champions League, and it has gone the way to AS Monaco. AS Monaco 1, Ajax 0 on the night, and it's now 5-1 to Ajax on aggregate. There you go. Valencia and Victoria Pilsen, if it still remains 1-1 on aggregate, that will go to extra time. Arsenal still have a mountain to climb at the moment, and Sevilla are leading 2-1 on aggregate against Europa FC. So, I might put on some no copyright sounds. NSC.
Stunning website.
Sorry about this. There we go. There's been a goal in my League 2 to tell you about, and it's gone away to Basingstoke Town. 1-0. Back to my Champions League. Sevilla have scored against Europa FC. It's now 3-1 on aggregate to Sevilla. Announcement to make. If you already know about my radio show, I'm telling you right now on my final score here tonight. My radio show will be back early May time. It'll be probably early May or late May, but I'm just having a break from it at the moment. So, but don't worry, it will be back. Just having a break. But yeah, don't worry, it will be back with you guys. So, let's have a look at some football fixtures that are coming up. Have a bit of some football TV. So, Leeds United are playing Wolves on Sky Sports. Tonight at midnight we have the Sheebleys Cup. Saturday we have Man United against Liverpool on Sky Sports Premier League. That would be we're going to have a report on that game on Saturday. And so on. The World Cup is coming up this summer. I'm going to have the final score on the World Cup as well. So yeah, I'm going to cover the World Cup on my final score too. The World Cup, the FIFA World Cup starts on Thursday the 14th of June 2018. The first game is Russia against Saudi Arabia, and that is a 4 o'clock kickoff. And the tournament ends when does it end? The final ends on the 15th of July. And then we have the UEFA Nations League. It's a new thing to UEFA for all the international teams. You got England, Spain, England, Croatia, England, Spain, England, Croatia, and so on. So basically, England, Spain, and Croatia will be playing twice against each other. The others will be playing like 4 matches. I don't know. So yeah. So at the moment, it's still 0-0 between Tottenham and Juventus, still 0-0 between Kilmarnock and St Johnstone, and still 0-0 between Leeds United and Wolverhampton, and it's still 1-1 between Manchester City and FC Basel. City lead 5-1 on aggregate. So, Birmingham City have equalised in my championship tonight. They've just scored. It's now Birmingham City 1, Doncaster Rovers 1. I think I might put music on it on all of my shows, including my football stand. Well, probably not my football stand, but for final score as well, for my final score. In my Champions League tonight, Arsenal have scored again. Diego Costa has scored the second goal. It's now Dundalk 4, Arsenal 2 on aggregate. Can Arsenal progress to the last 8 of the Champions League? And a goal has come in Valencia. Victoria Pilsen has scored, and it's Valencia 1, Victoria Pilsen 2 on aggregate. Victoria Pilsen lead on the night 1-0. I should do. There we go. And in League 2 tonight, Basingstoke Town have scored again. It's now 2-0. And Morecambe are now ahead against Leeds Town. It's now 1-0 to Morecambe. So there you go. Let's sort this. So, there's been a goal in the Scottish Premiership. It's Kilmarnock 1, St Johnstone 0. We'll have a look at who scored that goal. Let's have a look. The goal scorer is Boyd, 30th minute, a pen, 30th minute goal. That's a pen. And there's a goal in the Championship. Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton 1. And the goal scorer Sayes. Is it Saz? Sazes? I don't know. He scored in the 28th minute. 28th minute. It's Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. We'll have a look at the goal scorers in the Man City Basel match. Jesus scored in the 8th minute, and Al-Yonurasi scored in the 70th minute. So it's Man City 1, Basel 1, Man City lead 5-1 on aggregate. The postponements tonight have been in the Highland League. Bucky Thistle against Turf United, Cove Rangers against Northern County, and Borough Rangers against Wick Academy. So they've been postponed. So 2 games are coming into the 36th minute. That's Tottenham against Juventus and Kilmarnock against St Johnstone. So it's still 0-0 between Tottenham and Juventus at the moment. We'll have a look at Tottenham's game. So the match facts of Tottenham against Juventus: 83% of teams to have drawn 2-2 away in the first leg of a Champions League knockout tie have progressed to the next round, 10 out of 12. In the first leg, Tottenham became the first team to overturn a 2-goal deficit at the Allianz Stadium since Juventus moved to the venue in 2011. Juventus have reached the final of the Champions League in 2 of the last 3 seasons, while Tottenham have reached the quarterfinals only once previously in 2010-11. Tottenham are one of the 3 teams still unbeaten in this season's Champions League, alongside Barcelona and Liverpool. Tottenham have won their last 4 games at Wembley in the Champions League, their longest home run in the competition. They have also scored 3 goals in each of those games. However, they have only kept 1 clean sheet in their 6 Champions League games at Wembley. Harry Kane has been directly involved in 53% of Tottenham's goals in this season's Champions League, scoring 7 and assisting 2 of his side's 17 goals. He has also scored 9 goals in his first 9 Champions League appearances, making him the fastest player to reach the 9-goal tally in the competition. Dele Alli has assisted 4 of Tottenham's last 7 Champions League goals. He also won the free kick that led to Christian Eriksen's direct free kick equaliser against Juventus in the first leg. Juventus, Gonzalo Higuain has scored 4 goals in his last 4 Champions League knockout games, double the number he scored in his previous 24 games too. Gianluigi Buffon is 1 clean sheet away from his 50th in the Champions League. Only two goalkeepers have more. Iker Casillas 55, Edwin van der Sar 50. Juventus have lost only 1 of their last 7 away games in the Champions League knockout stages, won 3, drawn 3, keeping a clean sheet in each of their last 3 outings. 78% of Juventus goals in this season's Champions League have come in the opening or closing 15 minutes of the game, 7 out of 9. Most recent meeting, Juventus 2, Tottenham 2, 30th of February 2018. And there has been a goal for Tottenham. It is the goal scorer Son Heung-min has scored in the 39th minute. So there you are. Still says in there 0-0, but it's definitely 1-0 to Tottenham. In my Champions League tonight, Valencia have equalised. It's now Valencia 1, Victoria Pilsen 1, and it's now 2-2 on aggregate. Europa FC have scored. It's now 1-1 there. And it's still 5-1 to Ajax on aggregate. Still 1-0 to AS Monaco on the night. In the Championship tonight, Birmingham City have gone ahead. It's now Birmingham City 2, Doncaster Rovers 1 in my Championship tonight. And in my League 2 tonight, it's now Morecambe 2, Leeds Town 0. And Barnet have scored a goal, courtesy of an own goal by one of the Basingstoke Town players. So all games are coming towards half time now. Manchester City 1, Barcelona 1. Man City lead 5-1 on aggregate. Tottenham 1, Juventus 0. Tottenham lead 3-2 on aggregate. Kilmarnock 1, St Johnstone 0. And Leeds United 0. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. And this evening, France women against Germany women, a 9 o'clock kickoff in the She Believes Cup. Oh my dear. Lovely music. If you haven't dropped a like, please do. If you joined, thank you very much. I love people joining my shows. Don't forget tomorrow, my part 3 of my midweek final score, and don't forget Saturday is my first of my weekend final scores. So yeah, and on Sunday, not doing on Sunday because it's Mother's Day, but I'll be doing it again on Tuesday. So yeah, each week, each midweek I will have each week I will have midweek final score, and Saturdays I will have Saturday final score as well. So that's what's coming up on Saturday. This episode of Saturday final score. And every show I will put on music to, it'll either be NCS or football songs. So, oh man. I'm so tired. Oh, I don't like glasses. My glasses are so dirty. My glasses need a clean, proper clean. There you go, I can see better now. So half time we have Kilmarnock 1, St Johnstone 0. Half time is Manchester City 1, Basel 1. Coming towards half time now is Tottenham and Juventus, and Oh, and Wolverhampton have scored. They scored another goal. It's now Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton 1, Wanderers 2. And that second goal scored for Wolverhampton is someone called Boley. Boley, is it Boley? I don't know. Boley. 45th minute. The goal. It has the goal scorer. So half time in my championship. It's Birmingham City 1, Doncaster Rovers. Birmingham City 2, Doncaster Rovers 1, and that is half time at St Andrews. Half time in my Champions League. It's Europa FC 1, Sevilla 1. Sevilla lead 3-2 on aggregate. Half time in Dundalk. It's Dundalk 0, Arsenal 2. Dundalk lead 4-2 on aggregate. Half time at Valencia. It's Valencia 1. Victoria Pilsen 1, 2-all, and it's 2-all on aggregate. And half time at the Stade Louis 2, AS Monaco 1, Ajax 0, and it's 5-1 for Ajax on aggregate. So, and it's also half time in my League 2. It's 2-0 to Morecambe, and it's 2-1 to Basingstoke Town. So there we are. There you go. Half time around the grounds in the actual football. It's Manchester City 1, Basel 1. Manchester City lead 5-1 on aggregate. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Juventus 0. Tottenham lead 3-2 on aggregate. Kilmarnock, Scottish Premiership, Kilmarnock 1, St Johnstone 0. And in the Championship tonight is Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton 2. And tonight at 9 o'clock is the She Believes Cup, France Women against Germany Women, and that will be followed by USA Women against England Women, which is a midnight kickoff. And a couple of postponed matches tonight in the Highland League. Bucky Thistle against Turf United has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. Cove Rangers against Northern County has also been postponed due to waterlogged pitch, and Brora Rangers against Wick Academy has also been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. So there you go, that's half-time scores at the moment. The second half is coming up in 5 minutes time. Let's have a look at tomorrow's fixtures. In Europa League we have Atletico Madrid against Lokomotiv Moscow, Borussia Dortmund against FC Red Bull Salzburg, CSK Moscow against Lyon. Big match, pick of the round is AC Milan against Arsenal, and that's 6 o'clock kickoffs. The 8:05, 8 kickoffs. Lazio Dynamo Kiev, Marseille Athletic Bilbao, RB Leipzig against Zenit St. Petersburg, and Sporting Lisbon against Victoria Pilsen. And tomorrow midnight is USA against England women in the She Believes Cup. Friday's matches, in the Scottish Premiership we have Hibernian Heart of Midlothian, but I'm not doing their final score on Friday. But on Saturday, I will be doing a final score on Saturday. It will have the report from United and Liverpool, and it will also have Everton, Brighton, Huddersfield Town, Swansea, Newcastle United, Southampton, West Brom Albion, Leicester City, West Ham United, Burnley, and the evening kick-off is Chelsea Crystal Palace. In the Scottish Premiership, we'll have Dundee St Johnstone, Hamilton Academical Motherwell, Kilmarnock Ross County, and Partick Thistle Aberdeen. In the Championship, we're going to have Burton Albion Bristol City, Cardiff City Birmingham City, Hull City Norwich City, Ipswich Town Sheffield United, Middlesbrough Barnsley, Millwall Brentford, Preston North End Fulham, Queen's Park Rangers Sunderland, Reading Leeds United, Sheffield Wednesday Bolton Wanderers, Aston Villa. Evening kick-off is Aston Villa against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And we'll also have the games in League 1 and League 2. We'll have the games from the National League, from the National League North and the National League South. We'll have the games from the Scottish Championship, Scottish League 1, Scottish League 2, and so on. We'll have Alba against Real Madrid in the Spanish La Liga, and we'll have Sevilla against Valencia. German Bundesliga, we're going to have Bayern Munich, Hamburg, Hannover 96 against FC Augsburg, Hertha Berlin against SC Freiburg, and 1899 Hoffenheim against VfL Wolfsburg. In the Austrian Bundesliga, we'll have SC Windorf Altach Altag against Rapid Vienna. In the Danish Superliga, we'll have Hobro OK against Silkeborg IF. So there we go, that's what we're going to have on Saturday. Let's have a look at all the transfer gossip. Following the closure of the January transfer window in England and Scotland, clubs can sign free agents as long as they were without a club at the transfer deadline. The transfer window will officially reopen in the summer, although clubs can rearrange to sign players before that point, and the window remains open in some countries this month. Signings confirmed in January and last summer can be found on the relevant pages. For all the latest rumours, check out the gossip page, and for all the manager ins and outs, see our list of current bosses. January transfer deadline day as it happened. completed deals, 3rd of March. That was a couple of days ago. Chindu Ubasi unattached to Bolton. Jan Kirchhoff unattached to Bolton. Joe Mason Wolves to Colorado Rapids loan. Stuart Nelson unattached to Yeovil. Ross Jenkins unattached to Hamilton Academical. Kenny van der Weg unattached to Hamilton Academical. Lassa 5 Brentford to Chang Chun Yatai undisclosed. Juan Fuentes unattached to Nottingham Forest. Stefanos Capino unattached Nottingham Forest. Oh, we have one person. Thank you for joining the stream. 7th February we have Patrice Evra unattached to West Ham. Jonathan Benteke unattached to Oldham. 5th of February Ben Watson Watford to Nottingham Forest free. Right, back to the scores and fixtures. Says it's still half time in the Champions League, Scottish Premiership and the Championship. Whoever's joined, if you are a Manchester City fan, your team are leading Basel 5-1 in aggregate. If you're a Tottenham fan, your team, Tottenham, are leading 1-0 against Juventus. Aggregate is 3-2, and so on. So yes, Saturday, don't forget, is my Saturday final score, episode 1 of the series. So hopefully you guys can join that with me. It's second half started in my Championship. Birmingham City lead Doncaster Rovers by 2-1. In my Champions League, we have Europa FC against Villa. We have Dundalk against Arsenal. We have Valencia against Victoria Pilsen. And we have AS Monaco against Ajax. So, and in League 2, my League 2 tonight, we have Morecambe against Leeds Town, and we have Barnet against Basingstoke Town. And thank you for the like as well. That's appreciated. Whoever's done the like, it's fantastic, because on all my shows I never get likes. So whoever's dropped a like has made my day, my evening happier. So thank you for whoever's dropped the like. Thank you for that. So just waiting for the kickoff, Champions League, Scottish Premiership, and the Championship. The kickoff of the second half. So But they should be on the way right now. Hopefully. And if you're enjoying the music, if you want me to put on like football music, I will. If you just send me a comment, send me a message. If you want me to put music on of your choice, do that. Every midweek final score and Saturday final score, I am going to have I'm going to put music on in the background because it helps. So yeah. And if you are a fan of my radio show, don't forget my radio show is back in May, either early May or late May. So yeah. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do. That will be appreciated. Thank you very much. So, second halves have now kicked off. Manchester City 1, Basel 1, Tottenham 1, Juventus 0, Kilmarnock 1, St Johnstone 0, and still waiting for confirmation of the second half between Leeds United and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton Wanderers lead 2-0. I might put on the Champions League anthem. Do it on another page. YouTube. UEFA Champions League. Music. There we are. Champions League music. Champions League anthem. So Leeds United and Wolverhampton have now kicked off. So that's good. Tomorrow I'm doing another final score. It will be based around the Europa League. So please join me for that. And I'll also have my Europa League as well. So 9 o'clock, in 5 minutes time, France women take on Germany women in the She Believes Cup. So on my YouTube channel, you can see last night's midweek final score. It had my Champions League last night. Disappointment to three British teams: Chelsea, Tottenham, and United. They all went out. United got knocked out by Aberdeen. Chelsea got knocked out by Real Madrid, and Tottenham got knocked out by Rosenborg. So yeah, so that's Europa League remix. Ah. So in my Champions League tonight, it's Europa FC 1, Sevilla 1. Sevilla lead 3-2 on aggregate. Dundalk 0, Arsenal 2. Dundalk still lead 4-2 on aggregate. Valencia 1, Victoria Pilsen 1. It's 2-2 on aggregate. And AS Monaco 1, Ajax 0. 5-1 to Ajax on aggregate. In my championship, Birmingham City are leading Doncaster Rovers by 2-1. And in my League 2 tonight, Morecambe 2, Lee Town 0, Barnet 1, Basingstoke Town 2. So wow. We'll see what's on Sunday. So Sunday, Premier League matches: Arsenal, Watford, AFC Bournemouth, Tottenham. Scottish Premiership: Rangers, Celtic. Championship: Nottingham Forest, Derby. National League is Wrexham, Chester. Women's Super League 2 is Aston Villa ladies, Durham ladies. Monday, Premier League, Stoke City, Man City. National League South is Hungerford Town, St Albans City. Tuesday's Champions League, we have Manchester United Sevilla, a 0-0 draw, for 0-0 on aggregate from the first leg. Roma against Shakhtar Donetsk. Roma are trailing Shakhtar Donetsk 2-1 on aggregate. Scottish Cup is quarter final. We play Kilmarnock against Aberdeen. In the Championship, we have Aston Villa, Queen's Park Rangers, Barnsley, Norwich City, Brentford, Cardiff City, Ipswich Town, Hull City, Sheffield United, Burton Albion, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Reading. League One, we have Blackpool, Charlton Athletic, Bury against Peterborough United, Milton Keynes Dons against Rotherham United, Rochdale against Southend United. League Two, we have Coventry City, Luton Town, Exeter City, Yeovil Town, Barnet, Port Vale. The National League, we have Bournemouth, Maidenhead United, FC Halifax Town, Dagenham Redbridge, Gateshead, Solihull Moors, Leyton Orient against Torquay United. In the National League North, we've got Gainsborough, Trinity, Brackley Town, Kidderminster Harriers, York City, Southport AFC, Telford United, Stockport County, Boston United, and Tamworth, Darlington. In the National League South, we have Bath City, Eastbourne Borough, Havant and Waterlooville, Roadstone. And the FA Trophy, we have Spennymoor, the FA Trophy, Spennymoor Town against Bromley. In the Scottish Championship, Dumbarton against Brecon City, Dunfermline against Inverness Caledonian Thistle, Livingston against Greenock Morton, Queen of the South against Dundee United. Scottish League One, we have Airdronians against Stranraer, Albion Rovers against Queen's Park, Alloa Athletic against East Fife, Forfar Athletic against Raith Rovers. In Scottish League 2, we have Berwick Rangers against Stirling Albion, Clyde against Elgin City, Edinburgh City against Cowden Beef, Montrose against Annan Athletic, Peterhead against Stenhousemuir. In the Irish Cup, we have the quarterfinals. We have Ballymena United against Larne, Coleraine against Glentoran, and Linfield against Cliftonville. And the Argentine Premier Division, Newell's Old Boys against San Martin de San Juan. Wednesday 14th of March, we have Champions League, Besiktas against Bayern Munich and Barcelona against Chelsea. It's 5-0 to Bayern Munich against on Outgut, and it's 1-1 between Barcelona and Chelsea on Outgut. League One is Bradford City against Wigan Athletic. International friendlies is Iran against Libya. Match postponed, cancelled. The FA Women's Super League Cup is Arsenal Women against Manchester City Women. The Women's Super League 1 is Yeovil Town Ladies against Reading Women. And the Scottish League 1 is Arbroath against Ayr United. In Highland League is Bora Rangers against Huntley. Forest Mechanics against Wick Academy. Fort William against Nairn County, and Fraserburgh against Cove Rangers. In the Italian Serie A, Juventus against Atalanta. The French Ligue 1 is Paris Saint-Germain against Angers. And Swiss Super League is Lausanne against FC Basel. Thursday, we have the second legs in Europa League. Lokomotiv Moscow against Atletico Madrid. Athletic Bilbao against Marseille. Dynamo Kiev against Lazio. Victoria Pilsen against Sporting Lisbon. Zenit St. Petersburg against RB Leipzig. Arsenal against AC Milan. FC Red Bull Salzburg against Borussia Dortmund. And Lyon against CSK Moscow. And the Women's Premier North. Blackburn Ladies against Fylde Ladies. Let's put on a Middlesbrough. Put on Pitt. In the Scottish Premiership, we have St Johnstone against Hibernian. This is on Friday, the 16th of March. The Lowland League, BSC Glasgow against Gretna 2008. Spartans FC against Cumbernauld Holt. The Welsh Premier League is New Saints against Bala Town. Irish Premier Division is Bohemians against Sligo Rovers. Derry City against Brea Wanderers. Dundalk against Waterford. Limerick against Cork City. Shamrock Rovers against St Patrick's Athletic. The Spanish La Liga, we have Levante against Alba. German Bundesliga, SC Freiburg against VfB Stuttgart. French Ligue 1 is Monaco against Lyon. Argentine Premier Division, Rosario Central against Chacarita Juniors. Australian A-League, we have Adelaide United against Melbourne City FC. In the Dutch Eredivisie, we have Excelsior against ADO Den Haag. Portuguese Premier Liga, Vitória Setúbal against Setúbal against Porti Mornents. And the Turkish Super League, it's Kardemir Karabulspor against Osmanlispor, I don't know the other two. So that's next week, and then we're into the weekend again. Here we are. So round of 60. So the Champions League, these are the scores at the moment. Manchester City 1, FC Basel 1, still 5-1 on aggregate. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Juventus 0, still 3-2 to Tottenham on aggregate. In the Scottish Premiership, Kilmarnock have now scored again. It's now 2-0. Kilmarnock 2, St Johnstone 0. Championship, Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. And the She-Believes Cup, France women against Germany women have kicked off. In my Champions League, Arsenal have scored again against Dundalk. It's now Dundalk 4, Arsenal 3 on aggregate. And Sevilla have now gone back in front on the night and are now leading 4-2 against Europa FC on aggregate. And Valencia now lead 2-1 on the night and lead 3-2 on aggregate. And Monaco has scored again. It's now 2-0. It's 5-2 on aggregate to Ajax. In the Championship, Doncaster Rovers have equalised. It's now Birmingham City 2, Doncaster Rovers 2 in my Championship. And in League 2 tonight, in my League 2, it's now Morecambe 3, Leeds Town 0. And it's now Barnet 1, Basingstoke Town 3. There we are. Oh, it's... Wow. Turnaround. It's Tottenham Hotspur 1, Juventus 2, and Juventus are now leading 4-3 on aggregate. Wow. At the moment, Tottenham are on the verge of going out of this year's Champions League at the moment. So, not good for Tottenham at the moment. Oh, it's now France 1, France women 1, Germany women 0. So France are ahead 1-0. So it's still Man City 1, Basel 1, still 5-1 to to Man City on aggregate. Great turnaround for Juventus. It's now Tottenham 1, Juventus 2, 4-3 on aggregate to Juventus. Still 2-0 to Kilmarnock, and still 2-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Get rid of that. Oh, it's now Manchester City 1, Basel 2. Still Man City lead 5-2 on aggregate. So there we go. Basel lead 2-1 on the night, but are still losing on aggregate. Basel need 3, 4, 5, 6. Basel need another 4 goals to make it through to the quarterfinals, and Tottenham need 2 goals. Goal in my championship, it is Birmingham City 2, Doncaster Rovers 3. So Doncaster Rovers are in the lead for the first time. Actually, for the second time, actually. In my Champions League tonight, Dundalk have scored. So it's Dundalk 5, Arsenal 3 on aggregate. Arsenal need 4, 5, 6. Need another 3 goals to turn it around. And Valencia are on their way, on the verge of going to the quarterfinals. They've made it 3-1 on the night and 4-2 on aggregate. And AS Monaco scored again. They are creeping back. Now 3-0. 5-3 on aggregate. It's now 3-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Championship tonight. Let's see who the goal scorer is. The goal scorer is Afobe. 74th minute. Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 3. Tottenham have less than 12 minutes to get another goal, or they're going out of the Champions League tonight. But on the other hand, Man City are 1 foot in the quarterfinals. Although they are losing on the night, they are winning on aggregate 5-2. So if you're still watching, don't forget to drop a like. I'll be thankful for that. Next song will be God Save the Queen, the England anthem. There is another goal in my League 2. Barnet has scored, and it's Barnet 2, Basingstoke Town 3. Still 3-0 to Morecambe. It's always good to put on some songs during live shows. So it's Manchester City 1, Basel 2, Tottenham 1, Juventus 2, Kilmarnock 2, St Johnstone 0, Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 3, France 1, France Women 1, Germany Women 0. Oh Mardi. Europa League anthem. Probably use this song for tomorrow's Europa League. Tomorrow. Yeah. There's been another goal in my Champions League, and it is Arsenal. Costa has got a hat-trick, and it's now Dundalk 1, Arsenal 4 on a night. Dundalk lead 5-4 on aggregate. There's a goal in League 2 and it's gone to Leeds Town. It's Morecambe 3, Leeds Town 1 in my League 2 tonight. And it's still Birmingham City 2, Doncaster Rovers 3. Believe it or not, Doncaster Rovers are playing again tomorrow in my Europa League. So, yeah. That's the strangest thing, isn't it? Doncaster Rovers playing again tomorrow. Let's have a look. Well, Tottenham have less than a couple of minutes left to get back into the game, or they're heading out of the Champions League. Juventus will be heading through. But don't worry guys, Man City will be through. Although they are losing, they will be through on aggregate. So don't you worry. There's been another goal in my Champions League. Ajax have scored. It's now AS Monaco 3, Ajax 1. Ajax are certain of a place in the quarterfinals now. They lead 6-3 on aggregate, and Arsenal have scored again. It's now 5-1 on the night, 5-4 on 5-all on aggregate. If it remains 5-all, then we are going to extra time. Victoria Pilsen has scored again. It's now 3-2. It's 4-3 on aggregate. And in the Championship tonight, Doncaster Rovers are now 4-2 up against Birmingham City. Wonderful display from the Doncaster Rovers players. Manager Marcus Tyler, he's happy. Morecambe are now leading by 4-1. It's now Barnet 3, Basingstoke Town 3.
Create a stunning website. I've already done it with Wix. I mean, I'm gonna need to.
So Tottenham are on the verge of being knocked out tonight in the Champions League. Man City on the verge of going through tonight. So full-time round of grounds in my Championship tonight. Birmingham City have been beaten. It's finished Birmingham City 2, Doncaster Rovers 4. Good win for Doncaster there, as they remain second. And Arsenal have snatched the winning goal just before full time, and Arsenal are now in the quarterfinals of my Champions League. It's 6-5. So full time there. Full time between Europa FC and Sevilla. Sevilla are through after a 2-1 win on the night and a 4-2 win on aggregate. And Valencia have just pulled through and just made the quarterfinals. They win 3-2 on the night, 4-3 on aggregate. And Ajax have won, although they lost. Ajax are through on aggregate 6-3. It's full time in the Scottish Premiership tonight. Kilmarnock 2, St Johnstone 0. And it should be full time between Tottenham and Juventus. Tottenham are going out. And Barnet have scored the vital goal to win the game tonight between them and Basingstoke Town. So full time in League 2 tonight, and it's full time between Morecambe and Leigh Town. Morecambe 4, Leigh Town 1. So there we go. So we know the the lineup. We know the quarterfinalists of the Champions League, and they are Real Madrid, Queen's Park Rangers, Rosenborg, Aberdeen, Sevilla, Arsenal, Valencia, and Ajax. The draw to come tomorrow, and I'm going to be doing the draw live on my YouTube channel. It did say full-time Kilmarnock St Johnstone, but obviously not. Well, it looks like it's definitely full-time for Tottenham, heading out of the Champions League. Disappointment all round for Tottenham, but it is a disappointing. So full times now in the Champions League. Here, the full-time results in the Champions League is Manchester City 1, FC Basel 2, and Man City are through to the Champions League after winning 5-2 on aggregate. And Tottenham, they are knocked out of this year's Champions League. Unfortunately for them, they will no go further. So it's Tottenham Hotspur 1, Juventus 2. Juventus win 4-3 on aggregate. And in the Scottish Premiership tonight, Kilmarnock, full-time has been confirmed. Kilmarnock 2, St Johnstone 0. In the Championship, definitely full-time for Leeds United. They have been beaten 3-0 by Wolverhampton Wanderers. And in the Sheebleys Cup, full-time is confirmed. Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 3. There we go. And in the Sheebleys Cup, France Women 1, Germany Women 0. Let's have a look at the Championship table then. So Wolves remain top of the Championship on 76 points. It's a brilliant result for them tonight. A fantastic result. But a disappointment for Leeds United. And Leeds United in 13th. So, yes. Full time in the Scottish Premiership, Kilmarnock 2, St Johnstone 0. Let's have a look at the Scottish Premiership table. Kilmarnock are now 5th on 40 points. Looks like they're going to remain 5th. The Scottish Premiership, this is how things stand. Celtic are top on 64 points. Rangers are second on 58 points. Aberdeen in third on 52 points. Hibernian are fourth on 48 points. Kilmarnock are fifth on 40 points. Hearts are sixth on 39 points. Motherwell seventh on 35 points. St Johnstone 30 on 8 points. No, St Johnstone are 8th on 30 points. Dundee on 9th on 28 points. Hamilton are 10th on 26 points. Partick Thistle 11th on 24 points. And Ross County are 12th on 21 points. So there we go, and yeah, it's disappointment for Tottenham, but it's a good result for Man City. So the results in the championship tonight, my championship tonight is Birmingham City 2, Doncaster Rovers 4. The results in my Champions League tonight: Europa FC 1, Sevilla 2. Sevilla go through to the quarterfinals after winning 4-2 on aggregate. Arsenal, they are through after a fantastic result for them, beating Dundalk 6-5 on aggregate, and Arsenal go along with Aberdeen and QPR into the quarterfinals. Valencia are through after they just beat Victoria Pilsen 3-2 on the night, and they beat Victoria Pilsen 4-3 on aggregate. And the last game tonight in my Champions League, Ajax losing on the night 3-1, but beating AS Monaco 6-3 on aggregate. So there we go, that's my Champions League. And tonight's League 2 results: Morecambe beating Leigh Town 4-1, and Barnet beating Basingstoke Town 4-3. So there we go. Thank you for joining tonight. Thank you for whoever dropped a like to my show. I'll be on again tomorrow. Don't know when, but I'll be on before the evening kickoffs in Europa League. But yeah, so thank you for tonight. If you haven't seen this, you'll be able to see it once I go off air. So there we go. So don't forget tomorrow, Europa League final score, and don't forget Saturday. It's Saturday final score on my YouTube channel. So thanks very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.